A man simply wanted to eat a piece of chocolate, never imagining it would cost him his life. During his work break, the man went to a vending machine to buy some chocolate. After inserting his money, the chocolate got stuck halfway down. He reached his hand into the bottom of the machine to retrieve it, and just as he was about to grab it, he discovered that the machine had trapped his hand. As the man frantically tried to free his hand, a female colleague approached from behind, asking if he needed help. Not wanting his secret crush to see him in such an embarrassing situation, he lied and said everything was fine. However, the harder he struggled, the tighter the machine gripped his hand. Despite people constantly passing by the office, the man was too embarrassed to ask for help. He endured from afternoon until evening, and only when everyone had left work did he begin to panic. Deciding to endure the pain, he forcefully pulled his hand out. Fortunately, he succeeded, but unfortunately, the force caused the vending machine to topple over onto him. 2 hours later, rescue personnel finally arrived after a night security guard discovered the man. When the rescuers examined him, the readings were alarming. His blood pressure was dangerously low while his heart rate was abnormally high. Upon learning that the man had been trapped under the machine for 2 hours, everyone's expressions turned grave. The machine's weight had cut off his blood circulation, causing massive toxin buildup. Once the weight was removed, these toxins would rush straight to his heart, potentially killing him instantly. The man deeply regretted his decision. If only he had swallowed his pride and asked his colleagues for help, he wouldn't have reached this point. His greatest regret was that he had never confessed his feelings to his female colleague. He wanted to call the girl he liked before dying, but when the paramedic offered him a phone, he changed his mind. He didn't want the person he cared about to see him in such a terrible state. Soon, the rescue team lifted the heavy machine and freed the man. With IV fluids, his blood oxygen levels improved and his heart rate gradually stabilized. Thinking about finally confessing to his crush, his face lit up with a blissful smile. But suddenly, his heart stopped beating. The rescue team immediately began CPR, but unfortunately, they couldn't save him. The man passed away with deep regret. This story teaches us to speak up boldly when we need help. Compared to our lives, pride really means nothing. Story 2. A woman simply wanted to play the harmonica, never expecting it would nearly disfigure her. To attract attention and draw an audience, she actually stuffed the entire harmonica into her mouth. While this did attract quite a crowd, her mouth was stretched to its limits. With no other choice, her partner quickly called for emergency help. The paramedics were equally helpless. Putting something in is easy, but getting it out is much harder. The woman's cheek tissue had already begun to swell, and removing the harmonica would require a trip to the hospital. When the pair heard they needed to go to the hospital, they were terrified, asking if it could be handled on the spot since they had no insurance and couldn't afford the ambulance and hospital fees. Fortunately, these understanding paramedics agreed to forcibly remove the harmonica on the scene. While the woman was scared out of her mind, her partner actually pulled out his phone and started live streaming. The paramedics were speechless. Nowadays, people will do anything for attention. However, rather than stopping this behavior, they helped remove the harmonica while warning viewers that this was the consequence of trying to become internet famous. One careless move could put you in danger. Thankfully, they managed to extract the harmonica. Now they could only hope the pair would learn their lesson and stop risking their bodies for fame.